So President Donald Trump's approval rating keeps dropping. And I'm not just talking about overall approval, but also his response to the coronavirus and race relations, what people think about that and that approval rating as well. So first, let me actually show you that. This is a ABC News Ipsos poll recently conducted. Do you approve or disapprove of the way Donald Trump is handling race relations? 32% approve, 67% disapprove. So obviously, every single speech, almost every tweet, he's race baiting. Whether it's Chinese virus or retweeting white nationalists, people. You saw that one thing he retweeted with the guy on the golf cart yelling "white power, white power." Like this is what this I imagine is referencing. People see what Trump is doing, and by and large, people are not in support of it. Even voters that would generally consider themselves to be more conservative are not in support of what Trump is doing and see the damage that it is causing. I mean, and that's even in addition to his lack of response to needing to do something substantial with police reform, at the very least. Now, let me also show you the response in terms of coronavirus. So do you approve or disapprove of the way Donald Trump is handling the response to the coronavirus, COVID-19? So you see here since March and recently, July 8th to 9th, 67% of people disapprove of the way Trump is handling the coronavirus. And it's gone up considerably in recent weeks. So this is, there's 1,000 things really to reference here. First of all, there's no real financial help for people, which is why you're seeing this push and this anger of people wanting to go out there and get back to work and not wear masks and everything. If people actually had some real financial help, stability in terms of putting a moratorium on rent, on mortgage payments, giving people a universal basic income, or guaranteeing their paychecks, something to help people, free healthcare as well, something to help people sustain during this time, you would not see the freak out be as big as it is right now. But of course, none of that was offered. Instead, this is what you got. Lobbyists who work for Trump's campaigns, committees, and administration are feasting on the public health emergency. In fact, if we get to some of the details here, let me just read this one major point. 27 clients of Trump-connected lobbyists have received federal COVID aid, totaling more than $10.5 billion. How much help have you received from Trump? Now compare that to what Trump-connected lobbyists are getting. And this is even before the PPP loans. This is not included. This is separate. I'll get to that as well. But $10.5 billion. So this consists of $6.3 billion in grants, $4.2 billion in loans, and $67 million worth of support in the form of corporate bond purchases by the Federal Reserve. These numbers are likely a gross undercount due to lagging disclosure by the Trump administration. So this is just based on the information that is available, not even the stuff they're hiding. So this is who Trump is working for. Drain the swamp? The swamp is feasting on coronavirus aid. Meanwhile, people going broke, can't pay their rent, don't have any income. That's what Trump is doing. More here. So when it comes to the PPP loans, a lot came out here in terms of who got a lot of this money. But here from Forbes, I believe Forbes journalist, Andrew Solander, Grover Norquist's organization in the Ayn Rand Institute, two of America's most vocal opponents of government spending, took PPP loans. So Ayn Rand Institute received a PPP loan of between $350K and $1 million. And Norquist, who's always been a fighter against, taxation and government spending and any kind of government aid. Here he was back in, what does it say? So I believe this is recently, but he says, today, 63% of Americans can receive more on unemployment, including the CARES Act. So this is about the CARES Act, so it's recent, this tweet. $600 a week increase added to normal state unemployment, then by returning to work. Democrats insisted on the $600 plus up. It lasts until August 1st. So here he is complaining about money that people are receiving on unemployment. Meanwhile, his frickin' company receiving money from PPP. Just the most disgusting people in the world. These are the conservatives. These are the Republicans behind the scenes pushing the Trump agenda. Complaining about the average person getting money, getting aid, getting some help during this virus. Meanwhile, they're getting the big bucks. Now, let's also go to Trump's overall approval rating, which also is not good. So you see here, it has dropped considerably since April. So as people are beginning to wake the hell up to what Trump is or isn't doing, it is now down to 38% as of June, or it may actually be July. So his approval rating is now 38%, dropping as people are seeing that they're not getting any help, that Trump is not fighting for them, that finally they are waking up to the reality that they're seeing their friends and family die around them or get the virus, seeing increases now in the virus and outbreaks in places like Arizona, Florida, in more red states where initially the virus had not yet had a serious impact, or at least not as serious as it does now. So now that a lot of Trump's supporters, former supporters, are feeling that, they're done with him. They're seeing him for the fraud that he's always been. Now, let me also take a look at recent polling here. So this is the Real Clear Politics polling average. This is national. Now, of course, national isn't everything, as state by state to win the Electoral College. That's what actually matters. But nationally, Biden is up by 8.8 on average. And if we actually go, let's go to some of the states here. So check out Wisconsin. Biden's up by 6.5. This is a state where Trump had a hold on for quite a while until this virus really hit. Biden now has led there steadily since Trump's complete collapse. Florida, also a deep red state right now. Biden up by 5 on average. Michigan, another big swing state. Biden up by 7.5. And look, understand, Biden isn't even really doing anything. I mean, if you know my work, know what I cover, I don't defend Joe Biden. Joe Biden does not have a platform that meets the moment at all. But this is simply a response to Donald Trump's failure. At this point, for many people, it's just anybody but Trump. And that's why you're seeing numbers like this. Pennsylvania, another big swing state, 6.5 plus for Joe Biden. Let's check out North Carolina. Biden, even up in North Carolina, 3.3. Let's check Arizona. Biden up in Arizona on average, 3.5. State being hit really hard right now. So this is the state of the Trump administration and of the Trump campaign. People are waking up. It took some time. It took, a father or a brother to die for many people to realize what's going on, but it's happening. They're waking up. They're realizing that in this moment in time, during a pandemic like this, during a major crisis like this, that they cannot rely on a man who just race baits, who scapegoats, who doesn't actually have any real solutions for anyone.